Let's bring in Mick Aussie. Mick, you ever play rugby, or are you just the AFL purist only? You'd be a good rugby player.
Yeah, played a little bit at school, but yeah, like I said, rugby's big in Sydney and Brisbane, New South Wales and Queensland, but Aussie footy's bigger everywhere else. But yeah, rugby sevens, you're right. It's more exciting. It's quicker moving. And the women get into it too. It's an Olympic sport, I believe, as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the women are playing Canada, USA, Fiji, New Zealand, Australia, Ireland, Great Britain, France, Spain, Japan, Brazil, and Colombia. What's cool, too, is Vancouver's a very international city. So there'll be people from all these countries and all this type stuff. It's going to be.
That's fun. That's great.
Yeah.
If you pick a superhero, who are you going to go as?
You know what? I actually should.
What are you going to do? You're going to scare people. Don't do that. There's going to be kids there.
Hannibal
come
Lecter?
up with some.
Oh, God.
No, it's Jason.
Jason. Friday the 13th.
Jason Voorhees. Yeah. See, Mick, I just told Dave, he said, we're talking about the helmet stuff. AFL, less concussions, huh? Without the helmets. Because it appears to be like, man, you watch it, you'd be like, man, these guys are going to get killed without equipment on. There's less injuries somehow. It's the way you tackle. But you'll see, Dave, guys get lit up, bro. You know what I mean? They're running full speed and stuff. But there's a lot of sort of jumping on the back. It's sort of like old school tackling. I remember playing football in the snow with your buddies when you're kids.
Yes.
Sort of like that.
Yes.
Like, yeah, you take the guy down, but you're not trying to like take his head off. You know what I mean?
Right.
You take him down. But what I like, Mick, about the AFL is the little extracurricular stuff the refs let you get away with. Like, they really let you push the other guys around, and like you can get a couple of shots in before they come in and stop
it. What about years ago when there was no cameras and the country games were crazy, like King hits and everything? It was mad, mate. Back when I was playing. But yeah,
because Dave, guys get mad, they got lit up, right? So they get up after, and it's like they want to fight. You know what I mean? Because you just got smoked.
Yeah, and there's no penalty box, right? Like, what's the penalty for like a foul or something in AFL?
Well, you get it's a 50-meter penalty, or you get reported. So if you get reported, you got to go to the tribunal during the week, and you can get rubbed out for 1 to 4 weeks plus, depending on the severity of what you do. If you elbow a guy in the head, that's probably 3 to 4 weeks. If you punch a guy in the head, that's 3 to 4 weeks. So, yeah, they're getting a bit stricter, but back in the day, it was nuts. Bit too dirty, so they had to clean it up a little bit.
I like the word, too, they used, Dave. Reported.
Reported, right?
They were reporting you for this.
Put you in the tribunal. You have to go sit in front of the tribunal.
Yeah, so what, they move it back or forward 50 meters, right? Exactly. You can do something, right? All right, you got to move back or move forward. But otherwise, that's what I was going to say, is because I've never seen anyone get kicked out of the game. It's not like, Dave, it's not like, you got to go stand on the sidelines for 5 minutes or something. So they'll let you play, but like you said, you go in the book and they report you, and then you get suspended after. So if you want to punch someone in the face in the AFL, I'm going to get a month for this, so better be worth
it. Yeah, absolutely. And the tribunal's like a full-on court case these days with lawyers. It's over the top, mate. It's ridiculous.
Do these guys make any money? Do they make any big, like, what kind of money do the top players make in this league?
Oh, well, compared to population of the US, it's very comparable. So you say we got 35 million people in Australia. What do you got, 300 million? So the top players are on $1 million. So 30 times that's 30 million. So it's kind of comparable to the NFL. Yeah, and it's getting bigger and bigger, and the TV rights are getting bigger. So, yeah, the guys are getting paid, and they're getting a little bit smart, some of them. Like one guy recently, Ginnivan, last week, he got filmed doing a bit of the stuff up his nose, so he's now suspended for a couple of weeks. So, yeah, it's big, Dave. It's big.
I like that.
Sport.
Punch someone in the face, couple of weeks. Do cocaine, couple of weeks. Everything's a couple of weeks there. I like that.
For a couple of weeks.
So you know,
it's
like, wow. You know, it's like I'm going to punch the guy. You think, well, I don't mind being off for 3-4 weeks. Next time you know you're at a party, you're about to do a line, you just think, wow, I'll probably get away with this, but if they catch me, I'm out 2-3 games.
That's all.
No, they get mad about drugs in Australia, though.
Are every week Friday night, like late Pacific, and then
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Oh, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, you got to remind me because I'm gonna
there's
try
like
to watch
there's one game usually on
there.
Thursday night, then like 4 or 5 on Friday, and then 4 or 5 on Saturday.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm looking here. Our boy Buddy Franklin, Lance Franklin is Australian dollars, 1.5 million. He was the highest paid player in the league.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeremy McGovern, 1.25. Plus they make sponsorship money and stuff too, right, Dave?
I would guess so. And then I would guess they would probably, they're probably playing for money too, right? Like, like the players in professional sports here get a win.
Yeah, you get a bonus if you win the championship and all that.
Yeah. So they got to be playing for money. So this is good. I'm gonna start paying attention to this now that I know that Mick's gonna be there. Mick, you gonna do videos and stuff? You're gonna post stuff so we can see.
Me and Mick, we do hits, but
I was actually I was going to talk to I met with the AFL years ago in AFL House and told them what I was doing. I was thinking of calling them and telling them that Gabe and I are the only ones that talk about it each week on US TV. But who knows? I'm definitely going to 2 games.
Yeah, tell them that.
Sorry?
Yeah, tell them. You should send them the clips. Maybe they'll put them on a website
do you have
or
a
something like
sheet
that. Who knows?
Mick, you have a sheet for this?
I have started this week. I have started my team previews, and a great mate of mine in Cleveland, Ohio, he's mad. He's called A Yank on the Footy. He discovered Aussie footy about 7-8 years ago, and he does podcasts and he interviews each of the best fans that do a podcast in Australia of each team. So I've been starting to listen to that this week.
Cool.
So I'm starting all the previews. And he's doing a great job. A Yank on the Footy. What a great name, mate. That's what his name is.
Yank on the
Yeah, he asked me to come on the show, actually. But he asked, it was Super Bowl weekend or something. I'll go on in the future. Yeah, you want to get my thoughts, my interest in it. But my favorite player, Mick knows the name. Tell Dave.
Eddie Betts.
What a name,
There's
Dave.
A guy named Eddie Betts?
Eddie Betts. And he looks like a guy named Eddie Betts. He's like a legend in the league. He's been in the league a long time. He just recently retired. Eddie Betts.
That's one of the best sports names I've ever heard.
Yeah, Eddie Betts. Eddie Betts.
I want to be Eddie Betts.
In-game live. All access continues, and Mick just dropped a bombshell on me during the commercial break here. And since it was discussed on Twitter, it's not a secret, evidently, but it'll blow your mind, Dave. So we're talking about AFL football here. And he said, oh, yeah. He said, you know who likes AFL football? Joe Madden. I said, oh really? Huh? Joe Madden. And Joe Madden is Australian.
I found this out last week talking to Dubsy and her.
Oh, you did? So I had no idea.
To know.
She lived in Australia. She said she moved to Calgary when she was 15. She doesn't have an accent. I didn't know. I did not know.
Found all of this out last week.
I always thought she didn't sound like fully people from Calgary. You know what I mean? But like, she sort of sounds more. She has a more of an elegant voice than people like from Calgary. So I meant it in a nice way when I said you sound like people from Calgary. But like, I had no idea at all. It blew my mind.
I was caught off guard myself, and I said, "Wait a second! I thought you were from Canada." She said, "No, I live in Canada. I moved here when I was
feel
younger."
lied to. I feel like I know her, and I really don't.
Right? That's what I said.
What else? What else do I not know? Is Joe Madden really her name? Even like no, I
don't know.
My mind is blown. So now we can still. Now we'll have her on. Maybe we'll have the new quad box. We'll bring her on for the AFL picks.
Talk Australian rules football. Yeah.
So you said she jumped in an AFL conversation on Twitter. That's how you found out, Mick. So you were talking to the AFL and she jumped in, and you're thinking, what the hell is she jumping in this AFL? And she said, does she have a favorite team? Is she a Sydney Swan fan?
I don't know, but yeah, she jumped in and I said, oh, how come you like footy? And then she said, well, I was born in Australia. I moved to Canada at 15 and she was born like an hour and a half west of Sydney. And then I messaged Dubsy, so he might not have known anyway. But no, I don't know her favourite team. But see, no wonder she's nice in Calgary. She's a lot nicer than those too many other women down there. But no, just as well I was nice to her, eh?
Mick Aussie. Okay, Mick. You have any XFL picks for us? You ready? Week 2? Did you like week 1 of XFL football?
I tell you what, you started the show today talking about how stupid people are and baseball's stupid with the rules. Gabe, you're a bit silly putting thousands of dollars on Seattle last night, only in week 2. But I think the Vipers are going to win. I like the San Antonio Brahmas. What's a Brahma? It sounds like a Brahma bull to me. And probably the Houston Roughnecks. I'm a bit of a fan of the Houston Roughnecks. But week 2, be careful. Anything can happen.
Yeah, settle down, Mick. I'm 6-2.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
We don't bring up the past a lot of times, especially when they're not good. Like you did, Mick. You
also had thousands of dollars on the over as well.
So
I thought you were going to talk about. I thought you were going to talk about being stupid. Last night in that XFL game, Seattle turned the ball over all the time. Ben DiNucci, man, this guy should deliver like pizza somewhere. So
it's not going to be long. Yep.
He turns the ball over all the time. But not just him, the entire team, right? So, anyways, they're very, very frustrating. They're losing. They blow their lead. They're losing all fourth quarter. They somehow score with 53 seconds left or something. Great job, coach. That team is frustrated. I'm 6-2. I bet more than that, but in the posted videos, I'm betting in games and stuff too. But I'm 6-2. My only 2 losses, Dave, the Seattle Sea Dragons, both games.
So, Mick, we were talking during a break last break before you came on. We're going to need you to do the breakdown in the sheet like you do for the NFL for the XFL. I don't want to put any pressure on you, but you got to do the coaching thing, and you got to do the special teams thing, maybe a quarterback rating, something like that. I think
Wade Phillips is the best coach.
Sheet special. Okay, all right.
Well,
Houston Roughnecks.
Dave, what I'll say to that is it's great, the XFL, but they got to get it on TV more. I had 2 games on ABC, and then the Saturday night game wasn't on, so I went to YouTube, found it live on YouTube, thought it was XFL site. Then someone in the chat goes, how come this Chinese TV station with 89,000 viewers is streaming XFL live? So I can't find it all the time. Last night it wasn't on my TV. We got TSN. TSN didn't have it on. They got ESPN.
It's on.
They should use that feed. So I can't watch it all the time.
It's on TSN Plus, Mick, all the time.
There you go.
I'll send you some websites that have it too.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, we'll get that.
Every game's on ESPN Plus and TSN Plus. A home opener. What you're saying, though, is with the wind, though, the quarterback will be able to throw 70 yards, too, if he gets it in the wind, right?
Going the one way.
On the other way.
Going the one way.
It's going to be.
Yeah, but into the wind.
That's sort of what CFL games are like that, Mick. That's what it's like, Dave, in the CFL. You get these vicious winds. So it's one quarter, one team is throwing these bombs and they're scoring. It's yeah. And the other team's running against the wind, right? They'll actually pick the wind side, but let's not get 25 miles an hour. That will be extreme. But in Henderson,
downtown, that's right downtown. You can walk there from downtown, from the Circa. You wouldn't. Me and you could walk, but that's not a walking neighborhood. It's down by the Palomino. You ever been to the Palomino?
Yeah.
No, on that side of town. Yeah. That's for the hardcore. Yeah.
We have some Palomino stories.
I don't know if Mick's
Mick would like the Palomino.
Oh, Mick would? Okay, all right. All right, Mick back in the day, maybe. All right, that's good.
I enjoyed the Palomino too until bullets started flying in the parking lot once. Then I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's not come back here.
We don't need to go there. That's no.
They like guns.
No.
North Vegas is insane. Let's just call it what it is.
It's a tough place. It's a tough place. You got to be tough, and you got to be with people.
Just like Vegas, people like North Vegas. Yeah. You notice how they never push North Vegas. They pretend it doesn't exist.
No, that's
like, you know what I mean? It's not like come visit Las Vegas and visit North Vegas too. It's like no, they don't.
No. You can drive past it.
They should actually put like a police border
See you,
up
Mick.
and tell people don't go there. See you, Mick. In-game live all access continues. I am Gabe from Red Sea, Dave Sherapen in the house, Mick Aussie, and Brian Ciano, On Air Mafia, will join us a little bit later on. So a lot of stuff to get to. We didn't get to much XFL football yet. We'll get into this. We got to get Mick to get a XFL algorithm going, Dave. I want a sheet, coaching.
Yep.
You know what I mean, like I want yeah. AFL's around the corner. Mick's going to be there. Actually, he's going to Australia. He's going to be at the season opener, which is pretty cool.
That's so they're opposite us, right? So it's summertime there. It's freezing and cold and all this stuff. So okay, so that's a summer sport. That's awesome. That's good. He's gonna.
It's also like 8 a.m. there now or whatever. Everything is backwards. Exactly.
Okay.
Or sorry. Like they're already in the next day. Like they're already like
right. Yeah. He better get some sunscreen because he's been up in Canada. He's going to be freezing, and then you take a big trip like that and you're going to be out in the sun watching games.
That's why
Did they draw big crowds for that?
Yeah. There's 90,000. Yeah. There's 95,000 people are going to the first game. Like 90,000, 95,000.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
It's the same as it's the same as the NFL.
Oh, okay.
It's like their NFL.
Wow.
You know what I mean? The only thing is they have like a bunch of teams that play in the same stadium. So like SoFi. Like there's a bunch of teams in the same cities. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like there's, it's sort of like London and EPL. There's like freaking 5 teams in London or something.
Gotcha.
Right. So, and there's a bunch of teams in Melbourne and like in the area, like what's the MCG? They have like the sort of the national stadium that like a bunch of teams in their home stadium. And there's a few others, but yeah, generally, 50,000, 70,000.
That's fantastic. Now, how
their main
long do those
sponsor
games
is
last?
Burger King, but it's Hungry Jack's there. So it's funny. So they're like, you know what I mean? You see the commercials and stuff, it'll pop up. Come and get the new Whopper at Hungry Jack's. It's the Burger King logo, but it's called Hungry Jack's.
Hungry Jack's. I've never heard
Hungry Jack's. See, there's another thing you've learned, right? I told you about the thing. There, little things.
I love this. I'm actually going to
say no. If you go to Australia, they have Burger King, but it's called Hungry Jack's. They're not wearing equipment, and it's actually safer. They have less concussions and stuff because they don't. It's crazy, Dave. Mike Ditka told me that. I asked Mike Ditka years ago. I said, Coach, and he said that they should go back to the old school, like leather helmets. He goes, people aren't so courageous when they don't have a helmet on. Right? Because people fly with your head now with a football helmet if you took the helmet away. So you see AFL guys, they don't really get as many concussions and stuff. Like you'd figure, this is crazy. It's a little violent and stuff, but one fun thing about the AFL is they let you fight after the play.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but not like full out fist fight, but but pretty serious. Like you can get up and seriously like shove a guy down and stuff. And the refs, it's not a sissy league. Yeah. Their refs are sort of like they'll keep their eye on it. It's like just don't throw a punch and you're good. You know what I mean? Like
I'm good with that. Listen, I took the kids to the Rugby Sevens here.
Oh yeah. That's amazing. That stuff. You like that,
Gabe? I had so much fun. I sat.
That's coming to Vancouver in like 3 weeks, bro. in Vegas, did they do it? You're supposed to dress up, right? It was almost like a convention.
it was
Like there's Darth Vaders and stuff. Like, yeah.
I had no idea about any of that. I just took the kids because
Dude,
I like to take them to sporting events. It was
me
so
too,
much
Dave. I was
fun.
on the street once,
It's
and
great.
I saw a bunch of dudes. They were all decked out as Spider-Man and all kinds of crazy costumes. And I said, what? I said, is there like a Comic-Con going on, or like what's going on? They said Rugby Sevens. And
Right.
yeah, and it turns out you dress up. Yeah.